The sheet is lying in the frame. The distance of the lens from the paper seems fine. Okay, I think that's enough time. Yes, I've really got it now. Brightness and contrast are correct. If Fuller only had any idea about photography, then maybe even the picture would be good too. Maybe the next one. This could well take some time. 36 pictures and not one of them actually any good. How can a guy take a beautiful woman like Angelina and then photograph her so badly? But I can't do much about that. The pics have been snapped and I gotta take them to her at the hotel. At least I get to see her again. And it's also not my fault that the pictures are bad. What the? Mrs. Biba? Can I help you, Mrs. Biba?
Oh, what are you doing here? I thought you quit.
Yes. Yes, I have. I'm just picking up my stuff.
Oh, right. Is Fuller there?
No, not at the moment.
Then, can you give him this? Give it to him personal. As soon as he gets back, I gotta go.
I feel sorry for her. There's something not right going on here. Could it help me get one over on Fuller? Huh. But I can't put Mrs. Biba in danger. She gives the impression she can't take much more. If I could secretly open the envelope, then I could look at what's inside and put the envelope in the mailbox later. That would keep Mrs. Biba out of trouble. But how can I open the envelope and close it again without Fuller noticing? The letter's about 1/4 of an inch thick and quite rigid. The tab is stuck down. I need to open it without anyone being able to tell. If I just walk out without locking the door, and I can only lock it for me. Hey, the steam could undo the glue. Let's try. It's steaming. the steam's loosening the glue. Got it. The paper hasn't torn and the glue still sticks. I can reseal the letter. But first, I want to see what's inside. Holy, that's gotta be $1,500. There's some kind of blackmailing going on here. Mrs. Biber hates Fuller, and she didn't want her husband to see that I gave her a letter from him this morning. It would seem he knows nothing about it. But what's it about? Sex. Ugh, surely not with Fuller. Something to do with the diner, or from Biber's past? I'd love to send Fuller off to jail for blackmail. But first I gotta find out what he's blackmailing Mrs. Biber with. But tomorrow's another day. I'll put the letter in Fuller's mailbox and get myself ready for my date with Angelina. Hopefully he doesn't take too much pleasure in it. The hotel seems to have few guests, but in this season you'd normally expect a bit more to be done. Maybe the others have seen the weather report. There's a The back room seems to be an office. Desk, files. It's not exactly like the Florida or Californian beaches. The water here is way too cold to swim in it for long. Excuse me.
Yes, please?
You know my mother? Rebecca Michaels?
Rebecca? Well, of course! We sit together on the tourist board. You're her son? How is she?
Not good, I'm afraid. She's lying in the hospital. She had a fall.
Oh, my dear boy, that's... I'll let my wife know right away. We'll send her a card.
Well, if you like.
So what are you doing here, then? Shouldn't you be with your mother?
I'm gonna go see her again later.
Well, please, give her our best wishes.
Yes, of course. Does the hotel belong to you?
Oh, it sure does. My grandfather built it, and I've been running it for the past 15 years.
Do you live here with your family?
It's like this. The guests value the quiet family atmosphere here. It really is something quite special to stay in a small, family-run hotel. I can't bear those awful tower block hotels in the holiday resorts.
And at some point your children will take over the running of it?
Yes, I hope so. My daughter's studying to be a hotelier in Switzerland. I only hope that our hotel here doesn't end up being too small and provincial for her. Well, my son, well, he's got rather different interests.
What's he doing then?
Now, he's a musician.
Really?
Yes. He even thinks he can make a living out of it.
Some people live very nicely from it. What does he play?
He plays an electric bass in a band. I think it's called punk rock.
And you're worried about that? I don't want to talk to him at the moment. I don't want to talk... I should be looking after my mother or beating the crap out of Fuller's fat face. But instead, I'm standing here with a stomach full of butterflies. I don't know what it is about her, but man, I got it bad. All right, let's go.
Come in.
Hello, Angelina. Have I come at a bad time?
No, come in.
I've got the pictures with me. Here.
Oh, great.
To be honest, it's anything other than great. The wrong lighting, pathetic composition. Fuller has really no idea what he's doing.
I thought that might be the case. I'm sure they would have been better if you'd taken them. How would you take my picture?
Well, your face should, well,
Just do it.
Huh?
Don't tell me that you, the would-be star photographer, haven't got a camera with you.
Sure, of course.
Come on, then. I still need a present for my parents' wedding anniversary.
Very nice. The light is perfect.
Have you been living here long?
Oh, I don't live here at all. I study in Boston. My mom just bought a house here a few months ago. What brings you here? Look over that way. Yeah, like that. Are you an actress or something like that?
You got it. I'm a famous English actress on my way to Hollywood. No, but seriously. I study literature and history in England. I'm interested in English immigrants in America. Their aspirations, their dreams, their reality.
Wow, that's interesting.
If you say so, we'll see. I wanted to drift a bit, collect some life stories. I don't yet know exactly how I should organize the work.
My mother's from England, too. She came over here more than 20 years ago.
Really? Do you think I could talk to her?
That isn't possible at the moment. That's a very pretty bracelet.
Oh, thank you. I got it from my grandmother. She was always there for me. Unfortunately, she died last year.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Thanks, but you don't need to be. She was very ill at the end, you know? It was a relief for her. She gave me this bracelet shortly before she died. I'm sure you'll find it silly, but I always have the feeling that she's near me and looks after me. Perhaps we could do a few more special pictures? For your portfolio. I always wanted to have a few photos of myself as a model.
Oh, sure. I don't know, what did you have in mind?
I thought maybe like this. Or like this. Or like this.
That's it. The film is full.
Oh, shame. I was just getting warmed up. What do you say we go for a meal?
Actually, I'm not hungry yet, but...
Tonight. In the diner. I'll pay. In return for the photos, okay?
Yes. Sure. Sounds good.
All right, then. See you tonight. Can you develop the pictures by then?
Yeah, no problem.
I'm looking forward to it.
Jeez. That was certainly something.
Yes, Miss Angelina Morgan has a room here. Would you like to leave her a message, or would you like to go out?
How many nights has she booked?
Damn. No more pictures on the film.
I'm sorry, sir, but you'll have to ask Miss Morgan herself. I can't.
All right.
Brown comb back hair, a long straight nose, eyes close together.
Which room is she in, then?
I'll inform her that you're here. Mr.
That won't be necessary. I'll come back later.
Thin lips, sallow skin, angular face, pointed chin.
But please, don't tell her I was here. It's supposed to be a surprise.
Hello? What's wrong? Sir?
And he's gone. What does this guy want? Excuse me.
Yes, please.
This guy, the one who was asking about Miss Morgan, had you seen him before?
Sorry, no. He came in and asked me a few questions. Then he disappeared. A strange fellow. Do you know him?
No, but I think he shouldn't be let near Miss Morgan.
Of course not. I call upstairs, and only when the young lady agrees do I let him up.
And he can't come creeping around here.
Well, that possibility can't be completely excluded. But you can only open the doors from outside with a key.
Since when has Miss Morgan been staying here?
You seem to be her friend. Ask her yourself. We run a very discreet hotel here.
Would that be the case if I were to leave a 20 on your counter?
Sorry?
Nothing. I don't want to talk to him. There are a few magazines lying around here. Recommendations for trips, tourist information. Nothing of interest to me. There are pictures of ships everywhere. Either the hotel owner has a real maritime interest or thinks that his guests want to see that kind of thing. A private sign hangs on the door. The owner and his family live in this building. Behind the door is either their living quarters or an office. There's room for 12 keys on the keyboard, but only a few are hanging on it. There are probably no more than 8 rooms here. Plants. I know as much about plants as I do about cars, and that's not very much at all. We have a date later. Doesn't get much better than that. I think I'd better keep the thing with the weird guy to myself for the time being. I don't want to worry her. And at the moment, I don't even know whether the guy is following me or her. Perhaps I'll tell her about it this evening. Well, great. I need to develop the pictures before my date, but I can't get into Fuller's darkroom anymore. So I'll have to get by with just domestic items. Mom's bathroom will make a great substitute darkroom. I've still got the remains of the photo paper. And I've got developer. I need a red light, 2 flat dishes, and a little acid to use as a fixer. And something to do the exposing with. A projector, for example. I'll write everything down so I don't forget anything. What a day. Yes, something for my red light. This chain of lights is gonna stay dark to me. How nice. The bathroom will make a good dark room. It's got no windows, and it's tiled. Perfect. Now I just need all the equipment. I need 2 bowls, a makeshift fixer, and an enlarger. The bathroom will make a good I need 2 bowls, a makeshift fixer, and an enlarger. Nice one. Quite classical. And it looks quite expensive for Mom's taste. You could swivel the telescope. A nice one. A nice one. Nice one. The vinegar can work as a fixer. The developer's alkaline, and because it's an acid, vinegar could stop the development process. I can use that thing for the stop bath when I develop the pictures. A large ceramic bowl from out of the kitchen. Bottle of distilled water. You can use it for, among other things, stopping the container of photo developer. There's still enough in it to develop a few more. A red bulb from the chain of lights outside Biba's diner. I need it for my improvised darkroom. A nice one. A nice one. Quite classy. Mom's into music. I don't think I'll find the little wooden box I found in my mother. There's some kind of symbols on the lid. Fuller's back. And if it was down to me, I'd never enter this store again. Fuller's back from his shoot. I'm not going in there. He'll kill me. The grill is very heavy and rusted into the concrete.
Come on in. Come on.
How do you know that? I thought you were blind.
You stink of perfume, like a whorehouse I once visited in Lille. Smells like teen spirit.
If you...
Come on, what then?
About the slide projector over there?
I won't sell.
Could you perhaps lend it to me?
Why should I?
Because you want to help a young man trying to improve himself. About the slide
I won't
projector?
sell.
Because... How do you get on?
I'm blind. How the hell do you think I get on? You idiot.
Does it hinder you a lot?
Well, sometimes. If I need to look something up. Looky here. I'm supposed to figure out what this coin's worth, and I got no idea. It's a rare piece, but it's pretty worn out.
Can I help you with it?
Oh, sure, kid. If you think I'll fall for that, I give you the coin, you run out the door like a punk. I ain't stupid.
Yeah. How you getting on with the coin?
You got nothing better to do than annoying me?
If I find out the price of the coin for you, will you stop behaving like an ass?
Can't promise.
Show it to me. You can keep it in your hand. A woman's profile, a few stars and numbers. Have you got something like a coin catalog?
Yep, it's on the counter.
Oh, boy. That's a flowing hair scent, wreath reverse, from 1793. $2,400.
Not bad. $2,400. I'll offer him $800. Seller's an idiot. Thanks. I owe you one.
Oh, I'm happy to help old, disabled people. Put one over on the other folks. You're welcome.
Perhaps, you could do me another favor right away. I lost my cane.
You've done what? How can you lose a cane?
Not how you think. I was playing poker and, had a slam dunk hand. But how could I know that that idiot from the hotel had a straight flush?
You bet your cane and lost.
Yeah.
Who's got it now?
The owner of the Wild Coast Hotel.
Alright then. I gotta pass by there anyway, so I'll ask him.
Thanks. You know, maybe you ain't so much of a idiot as I thought.
Looks very cozy, but you know... the mast is a copy of it. I don't really... Plenty of people say that the New England... I'm not climbing down there. Excuse me.
Yes, please?
I've heard that you have poker games here every now and again. Could I maybe sit in on a game?
I ask you, please. This is a respectable hotel. We don't condone illegal gambling.
I'd like to get back into playing poker. I'd be interested in a blind man's white cane as a bet.
Yes, nice. We sometimes play a little game or two of poker here, but nothing public, quite private. Never for high stakes.
Wouldn't you say that for a blind man, a white cane would be quite a high stake?
He wanted to bet with it.
You know what? I think I'll inform the police about your game. I mean, that can't be right now, can it? You can't take a cane away from a blind man.
Well, go ahead and call the cops. I've got nothing to hide. I won the cane fair and square. You can ask the other players.
If you say so. So what was that again about the fair? What would Rosie think if I told her about it? What would other people think, in fact? Taking the cane from a blind man. What a devious, slimy character you are.
No, please, don't do that. I am sorry. I really didn't want the cane, you know. Eddie just didn't have any more dough with him, and he threw it in as a guarantee.
How much did he stake on it then?
Oh, it's not worth talking about. What's $100 anyway? You seeing him today? I could give you the cane. Give him my best, and tell him he can consider it a gift from a good old friend.
Well, great. I'll take it with me and pass it on to Eddie then.
And give your mother my best when she wakes up.
Yeah. There was something
Well,
else.
spit it out.
Your blind man's cane.
Well, thanks. You know, you're smarter than you sound. Best put it by the door. Hey, listen, if I can help you out in any way, you just ask.
About the slide projector.
It ain't for sale.
I don't want to buy it. I did help you with the coin and got your blind man's cane back.
That's true. Okay, take the projector, but bring it back today.
Yeah, I'll bring it back today and undamaged.
Good.
All right, I've got everything I need to develop the pictures. It's gonna take a bit of time, so let's get going. I've got the pictures. Huh. They've come out quite well, considering the conditions I had to develop them in. All the stuff that I need for developing is in the bathtub. I hope I won't be needing it for a while. I'm just gonna take Eddie's slide projector. I wish I could make some reprints of some of the pictures, but there's no more photo paper left. But I'm gonna keep at least one. I'll go and visit my mother one more time, and then I'll get ready to go out.
And you think that the guy is following me? A student from England? Why?
No idea. I didn't say that he is following you. I only said that he might be. Perhaps it's me he's following.
It's all right, Darren. I didn't mean to upset you. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I don't know. It's just all too much for me at the moment. My mom's in the hospital, there's this thing with England, and then this guy.
Which thing with England?
Yeah, well, my mom, she gets money from England. A village called Willow Creek. Do you know it?
Yes. I even know roughly where it is.
I think it's a place where my mom worked as a cook.
And she still gets money from there? Her plum pudding must be heavenly.
That's the thing. I mean, that's more than 20 years ago. Who's sending her over $1,000 every month? And for what? I found this box next to the bank transfers.
Huh.
I've never seen it before. And that coat of arms with the 3 lions? That's an English emblem, isn't it?
It is.
What exactly are you doing?
I just thought you maybe wanted to see what's inside.
You know how to open it?
There were thousands of these caskets produced in the 19th century. There's a special kind of lock mechanism that's supposed to keep curious people out.
Well, it didn't really work.
What's inside?
photo.
A man and a woman in front of a wrought iron gate. Is that your mum? And the man, is that your father? Is there anything written on the back? Blackmere Castle, Willow Creek, England, October 1969. What's wrong?
My mom.
Darren?
Do you think she looks 5 months pregnant?
Darren Michaels? My name's Conley. I'm captain of the local police department.
Are you gonna arrest me?
No, we're not. But we need to talk to you. May I come in?
Sure. So,
You work in Fuller's photo studio, is that right?
not anymore. Not since yesterday.
Not anymore. Why?
The work atmosphere. I quit.
Quit? Or were you thrown out? Was there an argument?
Why? Has something happened to Fuller? Please say yes.
Well, yes.
Have you arrested him? Or did someone beat him up in a dark alley?
Would you be happy about that?
Only if it was painful.
He's dead. He was stabbed to death in the early hours of the morning. We're still counting the wounds. Can you tell us anything about that?
No. Nothing you'd find fitting.
Someone must have been pretty angry with old Mr. Fuller. How angry were you with him, Darren?
So angry that I don't feel sorry that he's dead. But I've got nothing to do with it. Look, I saw him for the last time yesterday afternoon when he threw me out.
And you haven't been in the store since then?
No.
Darren, we found your fingerprints.
Of course, I worked there.
On the safe. Was that part of your job?
Look, what do you want?
Where were you last night?
I was in Biba's diner with a friend.
Correct. Angelina Morgan. You haven't known her very long, have you?
Do you have to be engaged if you want to go out with a woman in this town?
Very funny. Only if you did know her better, you might be able to explain why Miss Morgan murdered Mr. Fuller.
What?
She was practically caught red-handed.
Practically?
She was standing over Mr. Fuller's corpse, covered in blood. The whole thing could have only been clearer if we had a notarized, certified video of the murder.
That's crazy. Perhaps she found Fuller dead and wanted to help him.
That's what she claims, too. And what was she doing in Fuller's store in the middle of the night?
What do I know? Ask her.
We have. She says she was told to go there by a man on the phone.
By the guy following her.
Correct, by a stranger. That's why I'm here. Miss Morgan says that you told her about her pursuer.
Yeah, absolutely. And the hotel owner saw him too.
I've already been to see him. He confirmed that someone was asking after Miss Morgan, but he couldn't give us a proper description. Did you get a proper look at the man?
I did. His eyes are close together, and...
Not here. Come down to the station. We can do a photo fit there.
What about Angelina?
Yeah. Well, let's see what the guy you saw has to say about all this.
Give me a break. If he was the one who called, he's not gonna admit it.
If there was a call in the first place. Please, come as soon as possible. We need that photo fit.
No, that's not him. The hairline was higher.
Like that, perhaps?
No, it was more... Can't you just let me have a go at it?
Sure. Look, here are the various chin shapes and eyebrows and so on.
Yeah, I was watching you. I get the idea, okay?
You can change things using the arrows. When you're happy with it, click on save and...
Alright, I've got it.
Okay. Let me know when you're finished.
Okay. The quicker the police find this guy, the quicker I can help Angelina. What did he look like again?
Are you finished?
No, it's not quite right. Can I take a break?
Yes, but just a little one. We need that photo.
Alright. I've remembered something
Very
else.
good. Finished?
Well...
Like that is not enough.
Yeah. I've remembered something
Very
else.
good. Are you done?
I don't know.
Just think about it.
I've remembered
Very
something.
good. Have you got it?
No.
Not as easy as it looks.
Very funny. I've remembered
Very
something.
good. Are you finished?
No.
Yes,
All
but-
right. I've remembered something.
Very good. Finished?
Well,
Like that.
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. I've remembered something.
Very good. Are you done?
I don't know.
Just think about it.
I've remembered
Very
something.
good. Please. Have you got it?
No, it's still not right somehow.
Not as easy as it looks.
Very funny. I've remembered something.
Very good. Are you finished?
No.
Yes,
All
but-
right. I've remembered
Very
something.
good. Finished?
Well,
like that.
yeah, yeah. I've remembered something else.
Very good. Are you done?
I don't know.
Just think about it.
I've remembered
Very
something.
good. Have you got
No.
it? Not as easy as...
Very funny. I've remembered
Very
something.
good. Are you finished? Yes? but
All
just-
right. I've remembered
Very
something.
good. Finished?
Well,
like that.
yeah. I've remembered
Very
something.
good. Are you
I
done?
don't know.
Just think about it.
I've remembered something.
Very good. Please. Have you got
No.
it? Not as easy as...
Very funny. These rather sinister fellas are wanted. I always wonder if police photographers get... Or is it because the pic... I've remembered
Very
something.
good. Are you finished? Yes.
All right. I've remembered
Very
something.
good. Finished?
Well,
Like that.
yeah. I've remembered
Very
something.
good. Are you done?
I don't know.
Just think about it.
I've remembered
Very
something.
good. Have you got
No.
it? Not as easy as...
Very funny. I've remembered
Very
something.
good. Are you finished?
No.
Yes,
All
but-
right. Huh. Clever, ambitious, and hungry. A model American citizen. I've remembered
Very
something.
good. Finished?
Well,
like that.
yeah. I've remembered something
Very
else.
good. Are you done?
I don't know.
Just think about it.
I've remembered something
Very
else.
good. Have you got
No.
it? Not as easy as...
Very funny. I've remembered
Very
something.
good. So?
Ah, that's him. The guy that followed me and Angelina looked like that.
I don't know him. Perhaps a tourist. You also said he spoke with an accent.
Exactly. What now?
We'll post the pictures around town and invite the gentleman in for a talk.
And Angelina?
Yes, well, she's...
Oh, Angelina!
Darren! It wasn't me! You've got to get me out of here. They want to pin this on me.
I know, but we'll get this sorted out.
They want to charge me this afternoon. You've got to somehow...
Come on, Miss Morgan.
Darren!
I'll get you out of here. I'll think of something.
Come on, Darren.
Leave me alone. I'm gonna find out what's going on here. She is innocent. What was her motive?
That's the thing. We don't know.
Look, others had a motive. Fuller blackmailed people.
Is that so?
Mrs. Biba from the diner, she paid Fuller. Lots of money.
How do you know that?
Is that important? She had a motive. And what about that guy? He was at Fuller's yesterday.
We didn't find any money in Fuller's store, and this gentleman's a witness. Nothing else. As far as the alleged blackmailing is concerned, have you any evidence?
Evidence? Ask Mrs. Biba.
And she's gonna tell us if she was blackmailed by Fuller?
She put her under pressure.
Based on your speculation? No, that's not enough. We need evidence. Or at least something that would suggest blackmail before we can move on it. And until then, our only suspect is over there behind bars.
Fine, then I'll get a hold of the evidence. Where do I start? I need evidence that Fuller was a blackmailer. But what did he blackmail Mrs. Biba with? And was it just her or were there others? I bet the secret door in his basement has something to do with it. But how do I open it? Has Fuller still got the key on him? I've got to find out. What piss-awful weather. Suppose it's fitting somehow. I should have guessed. The police have sealed the door. Gotta find another way. Crap. The back door's locked too. I've got to think of something. How do I get into the house without breaking the seal? No chance. I somehow need to generate more force to lift the grill. I'll tie the rope to the window grill and the basement grill. Hey, if it worked in ancient Egypt, it should work here. My private doorway to Fuller's realm. Beaten by a timeless, plain and simple 80. That's got it. The clips are off and the screen's gone up. Battered-looking numeric pad with small metal buttons. I guess that you have to enter a code to open the door. When you stand here, it feels like what? Something like when you see in the dock and he has you stand on a set of mechanical weighing scales. Everything slides slightly back and forth. The floor gives a little as you stand on it. Could it really be a set of scales? Would that fit in with a secret door? Aha, I get it. If it really is a kind of scale, then it could measure Fuller's weight while he tapped in the secret number into this pad, and the door would only open when the two matched. Pretty well thought through for sure. For me, there's the problem that I have no idea how heavy Fuller is. I've got to find that out if I want to make progress here. Cheap beer. I certainly don't need a bug. The police seem to have left the door. Fuller had another phone. It works. Nothing stands out. Perhaps this little angular hole. If Fuller had bought one of those trendy angular pens with 4 different... Let's see. It seems to be a... Nothing stands out. Perhaps... There's nothing more that interests me. If there was a garden outside and not just a... Nothing interesting to see. Nothing stands out. Perhaps this little angular hole on the clock face... Is that how you wind it up? Nothing to see. My mother and some guy. On the back it says, Black Mirror Castle, Willow Creek, Inc. I don't think I'll find anything at the... Whoa. I think I need more sleep. This is where Fuller's body must have been lying. Everything covered in blood.
What's with my slide projector?
Don't worry, I've got it here.
Is it broken?
No, but old and battered as ever. What do you need the projector for anyway? You're blind.
You just look after your own junk.
Have you heard what happened to Fuller?
Sure. The police was here. Wanted to know if I heard anything.
Did you?
I got ears like a lynx, but it was raining. When the rain falls on that tin roof out my window, I can't hear nothing else.
The police have arrested an innocent woman.
It happens.
I'm gonna prove that she's innocent.
Is she that pretty?
She's damn pretty. But that's not why I'm doing it.
Whatever. You would have helped a 60-year-old wrinkly biddy in just the same way. But it don't matter in the end. The strong gotta help the weak. It's your duty to get her out of there.
Will you help me?
If I can.
Do you know this man?
You want to play me for a sucker?
Sorry. Empty package. Looks like someone's unpacked the shipment here and left the packaging. Some people. No thanks. I don't have a boat. Hey, Rosie. Hot or what?
What do you want?
Have you already heard what happened to Fuller?
Isn't that something?
I know, right?
Alas, something's happening here. A bloody murder in the middle of the night? A suspicious foreign lady? Who knows what's gonna come out of all this?
Maybe the suspicious foreign woman is innocent and has been wrongly arrested.
Oh yeah, and the killer is still on the loose and is gonna kill again.
Oh yeah, maybe a souvenir shop employee.
That's not funny. You shouldn't joke about that.
Do you know this man?
Has he got something to do with the Fuller murder? Of course. I can see it now. That's a real criminal face.
You know him or not?
Never seen him.
Then not. What can you tell me about the hotel down the coast?
The Wild Coast? Belongs to an old town family. Been there for about 100 years. It's a well-run place. Doesn't do badly. Bit boring, though.
No scandals?
The owner doesn't get on too well with his son. He's hanging out in Portland. Some kind of musician. But exactly what? I don't know.
And anything else?
There's an illegal card game up there sometimes. The cops don't bother with it, though.
Why'd they do that?
How should I know? The chief probably plays with them.
Thanks.
Yeah.
There's just one car here. There are a few magazines lying up. Excuse me.
Yes, please?
What do you reckon? Who do you think murdered Fuller?
Well, the cops already have a suspect.
That's crazy. It wasn't her.
I hope so, too. And I also hope they keep it quiet about where she was staying.
And that's all you're worried about?
Now, listen here. My whole family's welfare depends on this hotel. You know what my daughter's tuition fees in Switzerland cost?
There's an innocent girl sitting in jail. That interests me more than your daughter's college fees.
Forgive me, you're right. But if Miss Morgan is innocent, which is what we all assume, then the truth will soon come to light.
Oh, I'll bring it to light, all right. Whatever it costs. Was this guy here again yesterday?
You mean the one who was asking about Miss Morgan? Yes, I saw him the one time through the window. He was headed towards town.
Where was he coming from?
I can't tell you exactly. Somewhere from around the beach, I'd say.
Well, can you keep your eyes peeled? I believe he's caught up in all this.
In the murder?
For sure. He was following Miss Morgan, and now he's framed her for the murder.
What are things coming to? What kind of folks are running around in our lovely little Biddeford these days?
Do you know that Angelina's been arrested?
I can't tell you anything about that.
But you do know.
Look, Darren, this is a family hotel.
I understand. Can I have a quick look around in Miss Morgan's room?
Absolutely not.
Even if I were to let something slip out to the press?
I'm not going to be blackmailed. And anyway, the newspaper belongs to my brother-in-law.
Nice for you. Have the cops sealed off Miss Morgan's room?
They were here first thing this morning. Got me out of bed, they did. I was worried that they'd pull the whole room apart. Took a whole lot of photos and fingerprints. You know, like in a movie.
But they didn't.
The captain had a look around the room, made a few notes, and told me that nothing should be touched. But after 10 minutes, he was off again, without taking anything with him.
So are they coming back again?
I don't know. I didn't get the feeling that the captain was looking for anything in particular. He just wanted to take a look around.
So there could definitely still be clues hidden in the room. I need to be able to get a look around in there. And I'll be a lot more thorough than the captain. I saw the card and the flowers that you sent my mother.
Oh, well, that was a given. As I hear it, isn't she any better?
Seems there's not much kept private round here.
Well, my wife is a friend of the doctor's wife. After all, one worries about people, doesn't he?
Would you let me know then when my mother's condition starts to improve?
Sorry?
The weather isn't going to be suiting to your guests.
Oh, yeah, well, there's not much going on anyway. The change in the weather was already announced. And to be honest, right now I'm quite happy there's not so many guests in the hotel. You know why. With the incident.
Looks, but you know, the mast is a... What a flashy thing that. Europeans in particular, most of the year, with that kind. Clues in the trash, huh? It's worth a try. Oh, man, that stinks. So, what do we got here? A trash bag, leftovers. Towels. Hey, torn up pieces of paper. That really might be interesting. Dr. Newhouse from the hospital. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, Dr. Newhouse.
Hello, yes?
So, are the crops in Biddeford any good?
How do you mean that?
Do you trust them to find the killer?
I'm sure they'll do their best.
Oh, right.
We've never had a case like this before.
Oh, so you don't reckon it's such a bad thing if they've got the wrong person, since they still have to practice?
I'm sure that the captain will solve the case.
As I understand it, there's also a department in the health center for the less mobile. Morgue.
Yes, that's right. This is a small town. We doctors at the health center are also responsible for checking corpses.
So don't you have to have special training for that?
If there's even just the slightest sign of a crime, then we get an experienced pathologist over from Portland.
So that means that Fuller still hasn't been looked at.
Right now, we're waiting for the pathologist. We've only prepared him.
Do the nurses sometimes stick their fingers in the deceased's personal effects?
Outrageous! Of course not. These things are properly stored away in the morgue, as they should be.
Thank you. So how was old Fuller killed then?
Oh, I'm afraid I'm not allowed to tell you anything. They're still investigating.
What? You think I'd tell the press? I did used to work for him, and I'd like to know what happened.
Well, okay then. He was stabbed.
And more exactly?
He was stabbed nearly a dozen times. Not a nice sight.
Did he bleed to death?
Not necessarily. Could have been shock. Could well have been that some vital organs were injured.
Huh. So looks like Fuller had a pretty free choice of how he checked out. Somebody wanted to cover all the bases for him.
Darren, you really shouldn't speak of the dead like that.
I'm not interested in the dead. I'm interested in the murderer. Have you ever seen this guy? He was in the hospital yesterday.
In the hospital? I don't think I saw him. Why did you ask the nursing sister?
He was here in the diner, too.
That's right. I think he was talking to Mrs. Biba.
Did you notice anything else?
Afraid not.
Well, it seems that the porter at the Wild Coast Hotel is remarkably well informed about my mother's condition.
Sorry?
Your wife rather likes to chat with his?
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Darren. I've already told my wife on many occasions that she shouldn't talk about patients with her lady friends.
But more exactly, your wife oughtn't to know a damn thing about these patients anyway, yes?
Yes. If only it were that simple. It won't happen again.
Well, that's it for now, I guess.
If you've got any more things you want to ask, just come and find me.
Mrs. Biba?
I'll be right there.
What's happened to your eye? Let me guess. You fell down the stairs.
Yes.
And your husband was standing at the bottom doing his boxing training.
What's this got to do with you?
I just don't understand it. How often does this happen?
Not often. Just sometimes.
Maybe you ought to move to a bungalow without stairs.
Yeah, you think you can give me advice? You married?
You trade in your pride when you do that?
You've never been in love. If you had, you'd never ask that. Okay, what do you want to drink?
Is it too early for a whiskey? What do you think? Psst, Mrs. Biba.
Yes, what can I get you?
Haven't you heard what's happened to Fuller?
Yes. But I don't want to talk about it.
Why not? You hated him. Maybe your life will be a bit easier now without him around anymore.
How can you say that? He's been murdered. You're making it look like I wanted that to happen to him.
Did you then?
No!
After everything he did to you?
What do you know about that?
Oh, a little.
Nothing. You don't know a thing. And if there is...
Or what? The same thing that happened to Fuller will happen to me?
Get out.
Sorry. A girl I know is being suspected of having killed Fuller.
I'm sorry about that.
If she was lured into a trap, she has no motive. She also wasn't being blackmailed.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Was Fuller blackmailing anyone else? Did anyone else have a motive apart from you?
Oh, you got nerve. I wasn't being blackmailed. Listen, I'm sorry about what happened to your friend. But if she's not guilty, then she won't be held for long now, will she? And I don't know anything about blackmail.
Huh. So you don't want to help me get an innocent girl out of jail?
I can't.
Psst.
Yes, what can I...
This weird guy, the one who bumped into me yesterday.
The guy from yesterday? Sure, I think I'd remember.
This guy.
Oh, him. Nope. I haven't seen him again since he was in here questioning me.
What did he want?
He was asking after Miss so-and-so.
Miss Angelina Morgan?
Could be.
And you haven't seen him again?
Nope.
Will you tell me?
Maybe.
So friendly. So where was your husband last night?
Yeah, and what's that got to do with you?
What's that with him and Fuller?
I'm asking you.
Those are the paper snippets out of the trash can at the diner. Let's see if I can put them back together. Yeah, I think it's a letter from Fuller to Mrs. Biber. Maybe even the one I stuck in her hand yesterday? Dearest Claire, I'm a little disappointed that you don't come to visit me anymore.
Don't you miss our time together at all? All the fun we had? Take a look at the pictures. You look so happy and contented. Don't you think so too? I tell you, that was some kind of fun we had too. And you just can't bring yourself to admit it. Are you worried about it getting out? Well, it would be too embarrassing, wouldn't it? A married businesswoman has to watch her reputation. What would the folks say? What would your husband do with you? It would be a scandal. But I'll protect you from it. Me and 15 Ben Franklin stand between you and shame. I'll expect the, bonus this evening. Bring it to me, and I'll enjoy myself with your pictures for a few weeks. F.
That's at least evidence that Fuller was blackmailing Mrs. Biber. 15 Ben Franklins is $1,500. But is that going to be enough for the cops? They're going to ask her what he was blackmailing her with. And if they ask her, Biber will deny everything. I've got to find out what Fuller was using to blackmail her. And I'm sure that the answer is behind that secret door. There's a delivery note for liquid soap. I can't take anything. The nurse. Hi.
Hello, Mr. Michaels. What?
You heard what happened to Fuller?
Oh, yes. Beatrix told me. They brought him in here this morning, covered in blood.
Did you know Fuller?
Not personally.
What do you mean by that?
I'd heard of him. Okay, listen, I'll tell you. As a woman, it wasn't an especially good idea to have your picture taken by him.
Why not?
He was a creep. And was not supposed to be able to keep his hands to himself. That sort of thing gets around, of course.
Has the guy who inquired about my mother been here again?
No, at least not on my shift.
And please, can you tell the other nurses that they should keep an eye out for this guy? The police are looking for him.
I know. The police faxed through a photo fit picture.
Good. How's my mother today?
No change. Her vital signs
So, we can only wait.
It looks that
Thanks
way.
very much for the
No
information.
problem.
There's a delivery note.
Excuse me. This area is only for staff. You're not allowed in there.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't know that. I've got to distract the nurse somehow. She won't let me in there. All right then. I'll take that heavy thing with me. There are a few cables hanging down the side of the room. The machine only monitors my mom's vital functions. Perhaps the delivery note. I can't think of anything. A completed delivery note for... simple chain of lights. Sorry, Mrs. Biba? So, are 15 Ben Franklins enough of a motive for murder?
What?
The $1,500 you had to pay Fuller.
Get out of here. You just can't. You don't.
Have any evidence? Could be I do. It's about time the truth got shook out.
I didn't murder Fuller.
Where were you when it happened?
So now you're a cop.
Would you prefer it if I go to the cops on this?
I was at home.
Alone?
With my husband.
I believe you. That shiner you have there says it all. I'm not gonna feel anything. Selling water, all these, then the price. Offender, and if a case it... Have you found Angelina's pursuer
No,
yet?
not yet. Talk to Sergeant Kinney. She's leading the search.
Good. Do you know that my mother almost died yesterday?
No. I didn't know that. What happened?
She tripped and cracked her head open.
Oh. I'm really sorry about that. Tell her for me to get well soon.
Don't you find it even a bit strange that this Brit appears out of nowhere and the next day we got a corpse and a serious injury?
Are you suggesting that her accident wasn't an accident?
I don't know.
I don't think we should start hunting around for possible crimes, Darren. We've got a very real crime to solve here.
What would you say if I showed you a blackmail letter from Fuller?
I would say that despite my warnings, you haven't kept your nose out of this business.
And if I found the letter in a public trash can?
Then I'd ask you if you had any evidence that the letter's from Fuller. A letter in a trash can be from anyone. And the fact that you, of all people, found it doesn't really speak for its authenticity.
Alright then. So I haven't found a blackmail letter. I've got to get into this secret room. There'll be evidence that Fuller blackmailed Mrs. Biber in there. Fuller had a skeleton in his closet, did you know
I wouldn't
that?
be surprised.
I think he blackmailed people.
Really? That's a serious allegation.
I've got no evidence, but I'm gonna get some.
Don't do anything foolish. You'd be better off not getting in the way of my investigations.
I won't. I'll search in the right places. You really believe Angelina murdered Fuller?
It hasn't got much to do with believe. We walked in on her standing over the victim, covered in blood with the murder weapon in her hand.
Why were you there anyway?
You mean in the middle of the night? Well, we got a tip-off.
One? And that's not suspicious?
Yes. That's the reason why I want to find your mysterious stranger.
Do you think he made the tip-off?
Possibly. It was an anonymous caller who said something about a break-in at Fuller's. If the stranger had really been following Miss Morgan, he might have seen her entering the photo store and then notified us.
Or he set a trap for her.
Yeah, well, we can only speculate until we found the witness.
I'm convinced that Britt set up a trap for Angelina.
If you say so.
What's wrong with that theory?
The same that's wrong with the theory that Fuller was attacked by vampires. It's not very believable. What reasons did the English guy have to murder Fuller and frame Angelina with it?
That's exactly what I'm gonna find out.
If you say so.
Back there is the smug, ignorant captain's office. Does he really believe that Angelina killed that fat bastard? That's the way to the cell. Has Fuller's place been thoroughly searched?
As thoroughly as was necessary.
Meaning what?
We have a homicide and homicide suspect who was practically caught in the act. We have therefore photographed the crime scene and the CSI squad has documented everything.
Did you search the basement?
Only cursorily.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Did you know, Fuller? He was a pig.
And so he deserved to be murdered?
So why should Angelina stab him a dozen times?
Why would anyone else?
Looks like a passion thing. Angelina hardly knew him.
Perhaps she was going crazy.
An English literature student in a bloody frenzy.
It's all happened before. And who says she didn't know Fuller? Maybe she had a damn good motive.
Shouldn't you be absolutely sure that someone has a damn good motive before you charge them for murder?
Not so with such a frenzied crime. People who do that stuff don't think too much about it first. Maybe she didn't have any motive at all. Maybe she just snapped.
So, has Fuller's body already been autopsied?
No, not yet. We're waiting for the pathologist from Portland. They're due around midday.
Until then?
We wait.
Great. Where's Fuller's body now?
In the hospital. They have a morgue there.
Have you found the guy from the photo fit?
No, not yet. But the picture's been posted up. It won't take too long. If he's still in town, that is.
If he is the killer, then he's gonna get out of town right now at the latest.
He's a witness at best.
How is Angelina?
Well, she's in shock, anxious.
Understandable. She's a student from England. She comes over here and then she's accused of murder of a man she barely knows.
The circumstances are quite clear.
And nevertheless, wrong. It was someone else.
We will be following up on all lines of investigation. And until we find something new, your girlfriend has a problem.
There's nothing in the pod apart. There are pictures of ships. The cops could have at least brought the sign. Fuller's mother will have to. I don't want to talk to him. I bet that's an original radio. I bet that's an original. That's... I don't want to stop her from doing her job. I've closed up the package again. You can't... A completed delivery note for liquid soap. Why not? A completed delivery note for liquid soap. Why not? A bottle of soda. Great. A good idea. But how do I get the laxative into the bottle without damaging the cap?
Yes?
Hello.
Are you delivering something?
Yes.
Delivery note. Whatever. The package?
I've got it here.
Okay.
Can I go in now?
No, you can't. Where's your pass?
My what?
Your visitor's pass? You have to get a visitor's pass back there.
Oh, come on. What is this garbage? I just want to take my package to the mortuary.
And you need a pass to do that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
You could say so.
I'd think about that if I were you. Hi.
Hello, Mr. Michaels.
What's up with your security guy? Does he think he's guarding a bank or something?
Oh, him. If you ask me, he's not all quite there. Back there is the morgue, a few storage rooms, the laundry, and the garage. Don't know why it has to be so secure. This here is Bideford. Nothing gets stolen here.
Oh, just a few people get butchered, that's all.
But only extremely rarely. Oh, sorry. We shouldn't joke about it.
You don't seem to be too worried.
I'm not scared. That was the first murder here for years. I don't think such a thing will happen again quite so soon.
That's reasonable. I'd like a visitor's pass, please.
You don't need one. They're just for folks delivering stuff.
But you're wearing one, aren't you?
Dick, the security guy over there, insists that all the employees wear ID. I'm not so petty. Visitors shouldn't have to get messed up in paperwork.
Oh yeah? So that means that just about anyone can wander in here off the street.
No. Everyone's got to register with me first. You mustn't worry about your mother.
Of course not. She's only lying in a coma.
It wasn't meant like that.
Who's allowed access to the morgue?
Hospital employees, of course. And the police.
And how does the security guy recognize the employees?
You want to sneak in there? You got no chance. Good old Dick knows everyone here.
Oh, it's impossible for him to know everybody who comes through these doors.
Well, okay. Not the delivery guys. But he knows the employees better than they know themselves. I get the feeling he's taken a peek in the personnel files.
Thanks very much for the information.
No problem.
A bottle with a carbonated drink in it. A laxative. That'll A pair of wires. A good idea. But how do I get... A nice one. I don't have to call right now. Mom's into music. Oh my god! Nothing interesting to see. The Atlantic. I can't think. I really don't think I need. There's nothing wrong with it. A simple change. Dr. Newhouse?
Yes?
What's that ID you're wearing there?
It's from the hospital.
Don't they know you're a doctor there? They can't have that many staff.
I said the same thing to the admin people. But Dick, the security guard, insists on it. He's very meticulous. And apparently can't recognize faces.
Can you tell me something about the security?
He used to be a police officer. He was... There were a few problems. So, when he couldn't be a police officer anymore, he became a security guard. Where do you know him from?
He was in the diner yesterday.
Oh, right. But strange as it may seem, I believe he lives for his job.
He lives for that? Being a security guy.
He takes his job very seriously. Sometimes too seriously.
Well, that's it for now, I guess.
If you've got any more things you want to ask, just come and find me.
Just a moment, please. Yes, what can I get you?
Hey, can I get a pot of coffee?
On its way.
No. The laxative has such a strong smell, you'd notice it. No. The laxative has such a strong smell, you'd notice it. A cup of coffee. You can have it filled again as often as you like. But the coffee here is so strong that you probably wouldn't survive drinking more than 2 of them. I don't want to buy. A very lovely theme. A bottle with a cup. A laxative. That'll definitely come in handy sooner or later. I'll press a little around here. Breadcrumbs. Like in case I lose my way in the forest. I'm not gonna feel any better. Breadcrumbs. A good idea. But how do I get the laxative into the bottle without damaging it? Well, Mrs. Biba's being blackmailed by Fuller. That much is obvious. The cops could have at least brought. I've used this door. I've used this door for the last. Oh well. That's Fuller's office. The window is open. Fortunate. I'll take the bar with me. I'm not gonna touch that thing again. If it really is a pretty well thought through for sure, I've gotta find that out. Maybe Fuller's noted the a metal bar from the if it really is a kind pretty well I've gotta find that out if I want to make progress. It works. Greasy. The USA. What have we got in the US? What have we got in the US? Nothing stands out. I can't wind it. I think I'll leave the coop. Nothing stands out. I think I'll leave the... Nothing stands out. I think I'll... If Fuller had bought one... I don't want to stop her from doing it.
Yes. Are you delivering
Yes.
something? The package?
I've got it
okay.
here. Can I go
No,
in? My
your
what?
visitor's
Oh,
pass.
come
And
on.
you
You're
need-
enjoying
you can
I
say-
think...
Yes. Are you delivering?
Yes.
The package?
I've got it here.
Okay.
Can I go
no,
in? My what?
Your visitor's
Oh,
pass.
come
And
on.
you
You're
need-
enjoying
you
this.
could
I'd
say-
think about that. The guy would probably accept it. But why should I do him? A good idea. Better not. Hallways, corridor. The question is, has the job made it? Cops could have at least brought the sign. I don't want to... No, I don't really feel like feeding the birds right now. No. The mast is a copy of... There's just one car here. I don't really... I reckon the owner's probably... Looks, but you know... You often get stormy weather. Looks, but you know... No. Nothing to find. A private sign hangs on the door. The owner... I don't want to... There's room for 12. There is no... I hardly think they're gonna let me. I'm not thirsty. The police must have been decked. The new as long as I can... I have nothing. I don't feel it. simple chain of life. A simple chain of life. I don't want to bother. I can't think of it. Cup of coffee. No. The cops could have been. Mom's into music. A nice one. A nice one. A bottle with a copy. I don't have to call right now. Oh my god. I can't think of anything I can. My mother and some guy. That's Miss Rosie, the store lady. I bet that's an original. I don't want to talk. I don't want to stop her from doing her job. Right now. She's moved seats and is preoccupied. I don't need much more. The question is, has the job made him cynical and depressive? Or does he have this job because he's always been cynical and depressive? A good idea. No. No. I'll hardly be able to bribe the nurse with a drink.
Yes.
Are
you delivering?
Yes.
The package?
I've got it here.
Okay.
Can I go
No,
in?
you can't.
My what?
Your visitor's
Oh,
pack-
come
and you
on.
need
You're
it.
enjoying
You
this.
could say so.
I'd think about it. The morgue's through there. A bottle. A laxative. A metal buff. My SLR. A laxative. Dear Rebecca, I have received your letter and am pleased that you're well. Of course, I will furthermore send you the full amount. I really don't. Or a cheap ballpoint. A pair of wire cutters. I'm gonna keep this portrait of Angelina. A cup of coffee. A completed delivery. I've closed up the pack. A bottle. Dearest Claire. But I've got to find out. That. Weighing scales in a metal house. Breadcrumbs. A metal bar from the harbor promenade. No, I'd rather not do that before I know it. I'll get the evidence from Fuller's secret room, and then even these idiots will get what's going on. I have nothing to say to. I don't feel any need. No, the laxative. A simple chain of lights. A power cable.
Hot.
Oh man, sorry. It was an accident. Sorry.
It's all right. Your thoughts are elsewhere.
Well, give it here, Dr. Newhouse. I'll rinse out the stain.
Thanks.
No harm meant.
No damage. I just gotta keep it cool.
Now that's what I call a serious coffee stain. So now I've got some ID. Excellent. The security guy at the morgue surely won't inspect it that closely.
Yes. Are you delivering
yes.
something? Whatever. The package?
I've got it here.
Okay.
Can I go in now? I've got a...
All right, then. You could go in.
Thousands of people. Makes me wonder if hygiene hysteria is the better way to go. The cleaning agents they use aren't so innocuous. A metal bier. The edges are bent upwards so no blood drips on the floor. It's got wheels and seems a bit rickety. It's probably taken to another room for the actual autopsy. There's a bier, just like the one out in the... Either they assume that Biddeford's population will reach 50,000, or the number of cold drawers is quite over the top. Half the town would have to have a collective heart attack. A syringe. Quite a size. I guess any remaining fluids are sucked up with that. I certainly wouldn't want my fluid. Huh. 6 clipboards in total. Let's see. There are lists of the personal belongings each dead person had on them, but there are no names. There's 394 written on the first one. I guess the numbers on the lists here relate to the numbers on the boxes. That means if I can work out which of these lists belong to Fuller, then I know which box his stuff is in. Number 394. Hairbrush, lipstick, car keys, mirror. That's hardly gonna be the Number 412. Wallet, keys, Polaroid photo. That could be Fuller. Oh, wait a minute. A wedding ring. Fuller was never. Number 433. Credit cards, earrings, anklet. No. Number 448. Wallet, driver's license, credit card, keys, bills. I wouldn't rule that out as being Fuller's, but I'm not certain. Number 442. Driver's license, photos, small chain, definitely not Fuller. Number 399. Knife, torch, ski mask, skeleton keys, small change, plastic bag. Unless Fuller was about to set off on a secret thieving trip when he was murdered, then that's not his. Number 448. That's the only box left. It's gotta be it. Boxes. They appear to be airtight. Fuller's box is number 448. But where is it? That's Fuller's box. That's Fuller's box. Fuller's keys. Those could be useful. Hey, and here's his wallet. Driver's license, a few dollars, credit card, a few bills. But no secret numbers or anything like that. I think I'll take the keys. The wallet and the rest of that stuff is of no use to me. That's Fuller's keys. Keys for the store, his apartment, mailbox, automobile, and... that's interesting. That's no ordinary key. It's a small hexagonal brass stick. Looks almost like a winding up key for a clockwork toy. I should first divert the security guy's attention. All the racket's gonna be quite suspicious. I've drawn a little of the laxative into the syringe. Nice. That's the laxative in the soda bottle. Hey boss, you want a soda?
What do you want for it?
Nothing.
You just gonna give me a soda as a friendly gesture?
Exactly.
That's very... nice. Perhaps you could do me another favor. Can you keep watch here for a minute? I'll be right back. Real quick.
I thought you couldn't leave your post.
It's an emergency. I'll be back in a minute. Wait here.
Okay, no problem. What was that about? Strange. Oh well, he's gone. Let's see. The buyer weighs about 53 pounds. Now I just need to weigh Fuller and his buyer. Alright, I can work out Fuller's and the buyer's weight together. That way... £348. 348 for Fuller with the buyer, minus 53 for the buyer makes 295 pounds. That's Fuller's weight, and that's what I gotta put on the scales. Perhaps a bit more. He wasn't wearing any clothes and had lost a lot of blood after all. I weigh nearly 198 pounds with clothes on. So I just need around another 99 pounds on the scale with me. I'm sure I can find something in the basement.
Don't move!
What the? Look, I didn't want to...
What are you doing? Trying to poison me, huh? That ain't gonna work on me.
Me? Poison you? What makes you think that...
No one has ever offered me a drink. And someone like you, of all people, bring me a soda.
Yeah, well, I thought you were thirsty.
Yeah, sure, junkie. You want to steal medication, huh? Or equipment to make some money, don't you?
That's crazy. I was...
The soda's poison, right? It's in the lab right now. And if it turns out you trying to poison me...
Yeah, well, poisoned...
You going to jail for this. You terrorist.
And you were missing your old boss and wanted to say goodbye to him.
Something like that.
Don't give me that crap. Breaking and entering, larceny, we can lock you up for that.
Breaking and entering and larceny. According to the security guy, I'm a seriously dangerous terrorist.
He got you snooping around, and that's bad enough. I understand that you want to help your girlfriend, but this kind of thing doesn't really help. When this gets out, and Dick's gonna make sure that everyone in town knows about his heroic act by tomorrow morning, then it's gonna look like you wanted to get rid of evidence, or something like that.
Can I go now?
Darren, I'm not against you, but keep your nose out of this. If we catch you snooping around again, you're gonna end up in the can, capiche?
Yeah, capiche.
Now get out of here. I've got to reassure Dick and make it clear to him the boy's harmless.
And I'm gonna continue where I left off, at Fuller's secret door. I have nothing. Let's see what happens when I turn the key. Okay. So I've wound up the clock. Now I'm pushing the key in. Oops, it clicked. Sounds like it adjusted something inside the clock. What the? What's this then? This box was hidden in the clock. Come on. I just need a little tip for the damn combination. Huh. 4 negatives. That's 4 negatives which have been cut out. But the photos don't seem to have come to anything. There are some faults in the exposure. They look like bars or stripes. A few horizontal, a few vertical, and they're arranged differently on each negative. I can't see anything else other than that. 2482. The rows produce digital figures when arranged in the right order. I'm certain that's the code for the secret door. The negatives were Fuller's emergency memory aid. Okay, I'm missing about 90 pounds of additional weight. That shouldn't be a problem. Along with my weight, another few pounds ought to do it. I reckon that'll be exactly enough. Junk weighing 90 pounds. It might work now. That's it! At last. Now that the door's open, I'll get this junk out of the way. Somewhere there's gotta be... Ah, here. Oh my God. Bastard! Lots of little bottles of knockout drops. That's... Oh, God! I picked them up. Fuller's package, it clinked. I don't want to have anything to do with that. What would have happened if he still had some of that stuff when Angelina was here? Did he call her, perhaps? Did he want to lure her here and she might have defended herself but then it'd be self-defense. Angelina would have told the police that. Come on, stay concentrated. Angelina had nothing to do with it. The metal locker looks very old. Perhaps it's from a school or a sports club. The metal locker looks very... Cupboard's locked. But there's no padlock and no combination lock on the door. There's gotta be some other kind of mechanism. The bed's got a metal frame and a worn mattress. It's stained and moldy. No sheet, no pillow, just this grubby blanket. I don't want to know what went on here. I'm just afraid that I already do. There are these shiny golden balls on the bedposts. That must be brass. Wow, that really works. The ball simply plugged into the tube of the bedpost. A brass ball. Huh. A hexagonal metal bar fastened on the underside. Looks like it's welded on. Weird. That curtain looks like Fuller stole it from his mother. Old-fashioned, but in better shape than everything else here. What have we got here? A metal plate has been built into the wall. In the middle of the plate is a hexagonal recess. A metal plate has been built into the... A metal plate has been... Something's happened. It's open, but I can't get excited about it. I don't want to see what's on these photos. There's only Mrs. Biber in these pictures, but there could be other pictures of other women, and therefore lots of people with a motive. That, along with the blackmail letter, should easily convince the police. Fuller was a blackmailer, and worse, there must have been dozens of people who wanted him dead. Dozens of people with a motive, unlike Angelina. I'll get her out of jail with this. A camera tripod. An older model than the one up in the shop, but it's got the same mounting system. It's for Fuller's camera. This way he got his kicks from it all a bit longer. And he had evidence. There's no tape in the camera. It wasn't enough for Fuller to just drug his victims. He tied them up too and probably got some perverse pleasure from the fact they were at his mercy.
Really interesting.
It's repulsive, and a damn good motive, right?
Indeed. But it doesn't mean that the Bibers have anything to do with it.
Of course not. Look, I guess your people would find even more in Fuller's secret room. Then you'll have plenty of suspects, all with good motives.
I've already sent some people over there. But all of this doesn't prove that it wasn't Miss Morgan.
But she had no motive.
Yes, she did.
That's him. That's the guy that followed me.
Nice that you came, Mr.
Reginald Boris is my name, Captain. I'm a private detective from England. I'm sure I can contribute a few things that will clear up this case quite considerably.
That's what we like to hear. We have a few questions for you as it happens.
For example, why you lured Angelina into a trap?
Mr. Michaels.
The important question is surely why? Why did Miss Morgan murder the photographer Fuller? Well, quite simple. She was also photographed by him. As you can see, not quite as revealing as the others, but I haven't got all of the photos. I'm sure your people will find other pictures that put it beyond all doubt.
What the? Those are mine! I shot those pictures of Angelina yesterday afternoon!
All right, calm down. What's going on here?
You'd better ask him. He must have stolen these pictures from Angelina's hotel room. These pictures have got nothing to do with it.
It's the same photo paper as the other ones.
And I got them from Fuller. He said he had lots more.
Oh, man. Lies!
Well, we'll see about that. Darren, go and get some fresh air. Calm yourself down. Mr. Boris, come with me, please. There are a few things we need to discuss.
Why, certainly.
And Angelina?
She stays where she is until we've cleared up this mess.
But...
We'll get in touch when we need your help. Good day.
This can't be for real.
You know, I believe you. You were right about Fuller, and there's something not quite right with this Detective Boris.
Then go in there, arrest him, and release Miss Morgan already.
It's not that simple. But it'll all become clear. In a few days, everything will be cleared up. Until then, you should just wait. And go visit your mother.
Wait a few days? And give this asshole time to get new evidence? Yeah, right. Next thing you know, he'll frame her for the Kennedy assassination. I'm gonna find out what game he's playing.
Good. But be careful. The end doesn't justify the means. You've already broken into Fuller's house. If you get caught doing something like that, you'll get it for real.
Then you'd better stay away from me. He can only have gotten the pictures from Angelina's hotel room. I should have a look around there, regardless of what the police think.
Get lost, you damn critters! Get off my veranda!
The seagulls seem to like the veranda just as much as the hotel owner does. Got it. The key. Behind this are the... She only drank non-alcoholic drinks in the diner yesterday. Angelina is about as good without... Nice work. There were skilled craftsmen across the whole region all those years back. They brought all their experience and designs from Europe and supplied the whole of the state. This isn't exactly my taste. There should be a pipe behind the ventilator grill which leads outside. There won't be any AC in this building. But there's probably a fan in the pipe which draws in the fresh air. I can't see anything else from here. I can't take the hotel room to pieces without a good reason. What's this then? I don't believe it. A microphone. A listening device. The bastards bugged Angelina. There's no cable on it. It must have a little transmitter, but such a tiny transmitter can't have much of a range. That means there has to be an amplifier or a more powerful transmitter around here. A ventilation shaft could be a good hiding place for a radio set. I bet the hole leads right up to the roof. I knew it. A radio set. The bug only needs to transmit a few yards, and then this powerful set amplifies the signal and sends it on to wherever. Apart from that, there's nothing else.
Where have you come from? What do you think you're doing?
You
can't just march through the rooms. This is a discreet, familial hotel. Where is the key for room 5? Miss Morgan's room! You've got it! Give it here! Immediately! Don't let the police hear about this, for heaven's sake! And now get out! I never want to see you here again!
If you just...
Out!
Man, was he upset or what? Doesn't matter. I've got everything I wanted and I don't need to go back into the hotel again. There was something else.
Well? Spit?
The police are looking for a man called Reginald Boris. He was hiding in a side street next to your shop. Did you notice anything?
If I noticed a little punk like that, I'd have given him an earful.
That I can believe. You're an expert on radio equipment, right? Can you tell me what this is?
Who the hell?
Darren. Can you help me or not? It's important.
Well, that's a plain old transmitter. Cheap Asian trash.
I found that thing in a ventilation shaft in a young woman's hotel room. What kind of range does this thing have?
Not far. If it's used in a room, a couple of miles at best.
And it's not possible to find out where the receiver is, right? That doesn't help at all. Damn.
I know all the hams in the area, and none of them would hide that kind of thing in a lady's room.
But
I intercepted some strange Morse code last night. Long wave, just after 1800 hours. Someone knew. He said something about a girl who is now safe. He also said he'd be back in touch today at 1800 hours.
that could have been Reginald Boris.
A foreigner?
Yes, and apart from that, perhaps Old Fuller's murderer, and someone who wants to frame an innocent party.
And you want to stop that? Well, maybe there's a spark of decency in you yet.
Can we track down Reginald if he transmits again at 1800 hours?
Well, you bet. With directional antennas. I got one here. We'll have to build another one. We'll get his bearings from 2 different points, and then bang! We got him.
What do you need for it?
Oh, well, let me think. I've got a radio here. We can use that. I need a metal tube, a copper wire, at least a meter, and you'll need headphones and a compass to get the bearings right. You bring me that stuff, and I'll build you the direction finder. And hurry! There ain't much time till 1800.
1800 hours. That's 6 p.m., right?
Oh, my God.
I'll just borrow it. Alright then, I need... Alright then, there's no choice.
And? You got everything?
No, not yet.
Well, get going!
I've got a cable.
No, you'll have to strip...
I'll cut into the plastic insulation and pull it back carefully. And now I have a real nice piece of copper wire. The broken off compass from my mother's telescope. Mom's headphones. That's the bar. Here are all the things for the direction finder.
Very good. I'll build it up right away. But, first the theory. You take the receiver down to the coast, somewhere near the hotel. You turn on the radio, I'll set everything up, and don't fiddle with it. Then you turn the antenna slowly and listen for where the Morse code signal is the loudest. Look at the compass and write down the bearings and degrees where the antenna is pointing.
Good.
I'll do the same here with my receiver. Then we'll plot the bearings on this here map. Transmitter's located where the lines cross. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Good.
So, let's see. I got it. Back to the junk shop.
And? Do you have a bearing?
Yes, sir. Bearing at 73 degrees.
Very good. My bearing is 90 degrees. Go on. Plot the bearings.
Let's see. Your shop is here, and you had a bearing of 90 degrees. I was roughly here. This damn... Of course!
What is it?
A boat! Boris has got a boat. That's why no one here knows him, and why the police didn't find him. The lines cross a few hundred yards from the coast, about 2 miles to the east.
Good work. Now you need a boat. One of those lobster fishermen owes me a favor. You can use his.
And what should I do with it?
Sail out there, of course.
And serve myself up for a fight with Reginald Boris on his ship?
Didn't you hear the message? He plans on coming back into town again tonight, looking for you.
That's what he said? Huh, I must have missed that.
Well, go on then. You don't get many opportunities to be a hero.
I trust the police least of all. I'd rather get hold of the evidence of Angelina's innocence myself. And this time, it'll all be watertight. Life jackets, a lifesaver, a few ropes, a buoy, and a gas can. Nothing of use at the moment. I don't know much about sailboats, but I think this thing is called the boom. That's the thing that smacks unwary people on the head, knocking them overboard. I don't know much about a wooden paddle that looks pretty heavy. Why would you need something like that on a sailboat? I'd rather leave it. It's a wooden paddle that... I don't know much about sailboats. Frame sheet of handmade paper. You can hardly read the writing, and there's some kind of wildly painted lines over it. The road to El Dorado is written at the bottom. Isn't that in South America? A frame sheet, the road to El Dorado. A frame sheet, the road to El Dorado. The pictures of a big sailboat on a stormy sea. They're photos of me. They're all from yesterday, me walking around town. This is me leaving the store. And here I am going to the hotel. Huh. That picture's been taken through the window. That Reginald fella must have been creeping about the whole time. Cardboard folder. It looks really new. There's an A on the front. Huh. At the front of the folder is a small piece of transparent foil with lines on it. Strange. I'll take it with me. What else have we got here? Photos of Angelina. Some of them are clearly quite old. She can't be more than 13 or 14 years old in this one. Here she is as a kid. Huh. A note. New York, Boston, Perhaps that's her route? Yes. This proves that Boris has been following her for a while. I'll take the folder. The cupboard looks like it's made of burl wood. But it can only be really a thin veneer, otherwise it'd be too heavy and expensive. They're photos of me! Huh. Let's see. Wow, this is a cool model. Huh. What have we here? A file titled Willow Creek. I don't believe it. Why the hell does Reginald Boris have pictures on his computer of a place where my mother regularly receives money? Something very strange is going on here. That's an extremely new and I'll take it with me later. First, I need to find some more clues to what the hell? What links Boris with Willow Creek, and what's my mother got to do with it? A flip-up seat with a lock on it. The lock doesn't seem particularly strong, but it's still a problem. Nah, I'm not gonna get anything. There are hinges on one side of the frame. A safe. Hopefully it contains a few answers. Here's a windrose that you can turn. I guess the idea is the same as with Fuller's safe. But unfortunately, I don't have a stethoscope with me to listen to the mechanism. Nothing. The transparency was some strange one. It might fit. Let's see. The foil fits perfectly. It shows a route around the southern tip of Africa. The route is southwest, south, southeast, east, northeast, and northwest. That was the right combination. Huh. A ring with an eye-catching symbol on it. Looks a bit Celtic. A tree or something. It's not gonna help me, though. A floppy disk. Labeled with Biddeford and today's date. That looks more like a clue. I should have a look at what's on it straight away. If the disk doesn't contain any critical information, then I have to keep searching. Either way, I should get a move on. I don't know how long Boris is gonna stay on land. A ring. Damn big and heavy. A twisted tree engraved on it. Its roots curl round up to the branches. The lock doesn't seem particularly strong. Nah, I'm not... Damn, what's wrong now? The battery's dead. And there's no electricity on the boat. Alright, let's see if I can do something about that. Alright, a few maritime maps, tools, screws, measuring instrument, and... a key. Aha, that must be the ship's power generator. I guess the batteries are normally charged using a cable at the harbor. The generator's probably just meant for emergencies. Huh. Completely dry. I need to pour in some gas. There's nothing else in it. Huh. I'll take them. Somewhere here was... Yes, a gas can. Alright. Ready for the next try. Very good, but also quite loud. Hopefully no one can hear the noise on land. Let's see if there's anything on this disc that shed some light on what's going on. Mrs. Michael's medical records? What the? Mrs. Michael's second and third degree burns on the hands, arms, and legs, fractured back, partial cervical fracture. Due to a bad fall. This entry is from 1973. We're right after the car crash. Whether an alleged car crash, or just Reginald Morris one of my mother's medical records. Does he know her from her time in England? I'll deal with that later. Let's try and look at the Angelina thing first. Angelina. Hey, look at the store. And there's someone standing in the shadows. It's Mr. Biber. He must have found out about the blackmail and then lost it. And there's Angelina. She's going into the store. Oh, this is the proof. Fuller was already dead when Angelina arrived at the store. But Boris saw that Biber had murdered Fuller, and he must have called Angelina and then the police afterwards. Why did he get her arrested? Was she in the way? In his search for her mother?
Good evening, Mr. Michaels.
You! Stay away from me!
That's very difficult on such a small boat, wouldn't you say?
What do you want from me?
It's all very complicated, believe me. But we'll have enough time to clear it up. We're both going on a little trip.
I don't think so. Ah! Damn it! Can't we talk about this?
No.
Oh!
No.
Yeah. Well, I actually have no choice.
If you say so. Most important thing is the disc is still okay. You saved me.
I just wish they'd caught Boris.
He'll resurface soon enough.
I should have got back there. The boat wouldn't go any faster. Someone actually wanted things. And if you fly back to England on your own, who's gonna watch out for you then?
Oh, it's nice of you to worry. I've got you. And Boris seemed to be after you and your mother, right? Nothing's going to happen to me.
I still wish you'd stay here. Or that I could come with you.
We've been through this already. You have to stay here with your mother until she gets better. You can come and visit me in a few weeks. By then I'll know more about that mysterious woman.
What? What do you mean?
I'm going to investigate. Willow Creek, Reginald Boris, about the time your mother was at the castle.
Listen to me. You are not going to do that. Please, keep out of this.
But I'm a historian. Digging into the past is just what I do. Don't worry. I'm going to miss you. Anyway, I know who could save me if I get into trouble.
Just called from the hospital. You should get over there straight away.
My mom. That's a postcard of Biddeford. It's very useful for getting from one part of town to the next. That's a postcard of Biddeford.
Mr. Michaels? It's, the doctor would like to speak to you.
Has something happened?
Just go through, please.
Darren,
Where's my mom?
Your mom's heart failed this morning.
What? No, that's impossible.
I really am very sorry.
Mom!
Hello, this is Rebecca Michaels. Unfortunately, I'm not at home at the moment. Leave me a message and I'll get back to you.
Darren? Darren, are you there? He's here, Darren. Reginald Boris is here. I went to Willow Creek. I couldn't resist. Please forgive me. I found out a few things about this place. It seems there's something like a conspiracy here, and I think Reginald Boris is part of it. I saw him today, and now... No, go! Ah! Darren! Help me!
Hello? Angelina!
Wakey! We're there!
So, this is it. The one and only hotel in this godforsaken place. I had to change trains in London and then sit for another 45 minutes in a cab. And now here, I'm in the middle of nowhere. The village of Willow Creek itself is a bit further down the road. But I ought to take a look around here first. Angelina must have checked into this hotel.